Hello everybody, Chloe Lewis here, and I'm going to be doing a quick video about what to expect if you are a council member for a Sputnik DAO and a bounty for the upcoming hackathon. So for the Open Web Hackathon, for the NFT track, we are going to be having 5 different bounties. So these bounties are going to be VR plus Web3, or just VR in general, generative NFTs, using NFTs to onboard, creating Web3 creators, and NFT gaming. And here you have the 2 or 3 individuals that are going to be forming these councils. So this is just, so if you are one of these people, then you know that you will be in a council and your topic will be right here. If you click the links in this in the slide, this one will bring you to the Discord channel where you can talk with other people who are organizing on that bounty. So I will link this slide presentation in this video description so that you can always come back, see where you might be and what you should be doing. So each bounty will have a budget, which will be its DAO balance. So if we look at a Sputnik DAO, for example, this is what it will look like. This is for create base, as you can see in the top left-hand corner. This is our council, so there's 4 people in the create base council. For the hackathon, it's only going to be 3. And so this is some information about the DAO, but you can see here in the DAO funds is 131 near. So what we're going to do is we're going to fund these DAOs with a certain balance, and the council members are going to vote yes or no on proposals to disseminate those funds. So there will be 4 different ways where people will be able to earn funds from the DAO. And if you see values other than 10, 20, 30, and 40, those numbers might change, but those are our starting numbers for now. If you see payout values for other values other than that, there might be a mistake. So for Sputnik DAO, we have payout values of 5 near, 15 near, and that's it currently. So if we see values other than 5 and 15, we should know something's wrong. For 5 near, we have ideas where you can bring people to calls. And for 15 near, we have live tweeting an event. That's kind of how we have set things up for our DAO. For the hackathon, the first payout proposal will be for 10 near for coming up with a 1-pager on an ideation for ideation on a project idea. So if you are looking into NFT gaming, for example, and you kind of have the workings of an idea that might use some open web, Web3 components, you can write a proposal, submit it to a DAO, and ask for payment of 10 near. So what that would look like is you would be in a DAO, so it would be the VR gaming DAO. I'd add a new proposal. I would pick payout. I would hit target. So sorry, my keyboard's down here. If I was doing this on mainnet, let's say I wanted to do chloe.near, that's where I would want the payout to be sent to. I would put a job description. And so when people are submitting the payout proposals that are in the hackathon, they're going to have to put a link to probably the forums, the near forums, to prove the work they've done. So they're going to put, I did a 1-page ideation and, link, right? So the link would go there. Then they're going to ask for a payout. We said the first payout should be 10 near, and there should be a bond. So right now it's saying 0. It is not 0. The bond, as you could see, is 0.1 near. So we're going to talk about bonds as well in some of the other slides, but just so you know, that's what it'll look like. It is 10 near for a 1-page ideation. It is 20 near for a presentation. So if they take that idea and turn it into a working presentation, there's a 20 near payout for that, which in my opinion is a pretty hefty payout for only having your idea come into a presentation. And that's where we're going to have a big cutoff, because after the presentation, you get a bonus of 10 more near, so you get 30 more near for having a video demo walkthrough of a working product. So on the DAO, they're going to have to link to a forum post of their working product, and then they'll be able to send out a payout proposal, and as a council member, you'll be able to vote on that proposal. Yeah, so also as you can see on these votes, you can vote yes or vote no. And so as a council member, that's pretty much your only job. You either vote yes or you vote no on proposals that you see. So you can see Jordan, Star Paws, they invited a couple of people I brought two people to the Create Base call. So Cindy and Iota, they were both brought, 5-year payout. I can vote yes, and then you'll see one vote here for that person. There's actually a Telegram bot you can vote with as well if you want to set that up, and we can go through all of that later. Actually, let's just show how easy it is on Telegram. So there's a video to do this. I'll try and put that video in this description. But as we go here, I can tell the bot to tell me all the in-progress proposals. And this is the most recent one we just saw. We will vote yes, and it will vote for me right in here. So voting call for proposal successful, and now there's one vote. If we go back to Sputnik DAO and we refresh the page, you will see that there is now one vote. If I hover over it, it should say, there you go, Chloe the dev.near, put a yes vote. And that's all the council is going to do. Okay, you're going to vote yes or no on topics. If you don't know what to do, just don't vote. So we have here, so all the projects must be open source. They need to have a video submission for the final judging product. And this is how it's going to work. I kind of went over all of this already, but it's all here so you can go back through it later. Funds are going to be deposited to Sputnik DAOs, and hackathon participants were going to submit payout proposals for the work their team has completed. So we said that before. They're going to do an ideation, they're going to do presentations, they're going to do videos, and then final submissions. And that's the kind of proposal they're going to submit. And the council is going to vote yes, this is a good submission, or no, sorry, you didn't follow the directions. That's pretty much it. If you don't follow the directions, leave it alone, or you can vote no. By the end of the hack, whatever balance is left in the DAO is meant to be continued for the DAO's purpose. So if that VR DAO says, we want to specifically try and push the adoption of Somnium Space, that's what they're doing, let's say, Somnium Space with different Web3 technologies, then that would be their purpose. Let's say they started with 300 near and they still had 50 near left over in their DAO balance. They could change their proposal, and maybe they want to work on a different platform or be more specific or more general, or they can upgrade to Sputnik V2. So eventually there's going to be a new version of Sputnik DAO with more functionality. And if this DAO kept going for a few weeks, few months after the hackathon, there might be an upgrade of the DAO technical stack. Hackathon teams are not only going to be earning funds from DAOs, they're also going to be earning funds from Sandbox tasks. I'll talk a bit about that later, I suppose. But Sandbox is just it's a Discord group, but an area where anyone from the community can go into one space, and there'll be tasks from other guilds that people can accomplish, and they can earn near for those tasks. The MetaGov challenge is going to help DAOs, so teams can form DAOs and submit proposals to the community fund off-chain and start earning some funds. This will also be possible for these bounty DAOs. So if you're a council member who finds themselves into a DAO, feel free to submit funding proposals to the community council as well to earn more funds for your DAO. And then there's going to be a Figment Learn or a near certified developer program running 3 different points in the hackathon or in April. And that is kind of a, learn to earn or earn to learn, whatever way you kind of want to put it. But they're incentivized educational programs where devs that go through these platforms of Figment and near-core certified developers, they will be learning and they will be earning near along the way as well. So for Sputnik Dow Formation, these wonderful DAOs right here, how we form them, what we need to do is we need 3.5 near to start off. So that can be funded by me, for example. I can start a DAO with a certain set council. So we can show that as well. I'm going to change DAO. So right now you see, attention, required minimum amount of 35 near for storage. The storage on near has been reduced by 10x. So it's now only 3.5 near. but the UI will say 35 and the smart contracts will also say 35. It's hard coded. And so we're gonna wait to create these DAOs until there's an update to lower the storage costs. As we create the DAO, this is a lot of great information, but we're gonna have a DAO name, so we can say, VR. Let's keep it very simple. Or we can call it VR DAO or VR DAO, I think works as well. We enter the purpose, support VR dApps in Web3. So let's say that was our purpose. Preferably it would be a more well-defined purpose. The purpose on the actual DAO can be up to 250 characters. And so I suggest council members talk about it, have some fun, come up with a purpose that suits the members in the council and move forward. So here's where I can make a DAO for someone else. So I can go jilt.near. Let's say I was making this DAO for the VR council. I can do natural warp.near and I can do Lewis.near. I don't think Lewis's name is actually Lewis.near on mainnet, but let's say that was it. For the bond, we're going to start with point 1. A bond is a certain amount of near that's to deter from spam. So if it was free to submit a proposal, you might get a bot submitting 1,000 proposals or more because it's free, just a transaction fee being paid. This 0.1 near bond is kind of saying, hey, I'm paying 0.1 near for you to look at my proposal, please. If you downvote someone's proposal, that 0.1 near bond will go into the balance of the DAO or of the bounty. So if someone's fully spamming, then you downvote. That is the only time to downvote. If someone did something by accident, they did something wrong, just leave it alone. I will ask them to resubmit if there's any issues. After the vote period, so we're gonna have a 3-day vote period, so 72 hours. And so after the vote period, any votes that have not been passed yet will pretty much go to a pending state where they can be refunded their bond, from what I understand. So no worries by not voting at all. And then the grace period in hours is a set of time where if you fund something incorrectly, you can vote no against it quickly. The grace period for Sputnik Dow V1s is hard coded and it can't be changed later on. It can't be set to 12 hours later. And for the idea is that most of these DAOs, if they stay, will be upgraded to V2 DAOs. And so for now, I think having a short grace period of 3 hours, 1 hour, not a big deal right now. And then you'd have your minimum DAO amount. The goal when we start, so this amount will be 3.5 and not 35. So we're probably going to start these DAOs with about 10, 15 near, just so they can have some fun and get situated. When we get some actual funding for these bounties, then we will start funding the DAO addresses with larger sums of money. So you can see all these different Sputnik DAOs that have been created already. We're going to select this one and we're going to continue. So after the hackathon is over, what else is needed? 1 to 3 people per DAO to form the council. So you could see how we have 4 here and it does cause some logistical issues. Like if we have 2 votes for a certain proposal, like we have some over here, they still haven't passed. So now we need to go get a third person, 3 people need to vote every time we have a proposal. So 1 to 3 is more preferable for a streamlined hackathon. How it works, DAO councils are created based on a bounty topic. So we just showed that if we did a VR bounty, we'd have Lewis, Jilt, Natural Warp, they'd form a council, they'd get some deposit amount, and they would distribute through payouts during the hackathon. So after the hackathon is over, the DAO should continue along its purpose. As I showed, one of the proposals can be to remove yourself as a council. So you could choose to remove yourself. You could say why you want to be removed and you could submit it. And then the other people in the council, in the DAO, can approve it and you won't have any more responsibility in the DAO. So if you ever decide that this isn't for you, it's too time consuming, just submit a transaction, remove yourself, and the DAO can continue. So here, you can remove yourself. All the DAOs that we create will also be listed on the CreateBase community website. I'll also link this in the video description. So this is where we have information about our Sputnik DAO. We have a link to it. We have information about, are you ready to submit a proposal? I'm going to do a new video. In this video, storage is 35, the bond is 1 near, and we didn't use the DAO for very long. As you can see, there's only like 3 proposals in the video. Now we have over 50 proposals in our Create-Based DAO. I want to get a more well-rounded how to get started video, and that's going to lead after these open bounties into hackathon bounties, or DAOs supported by Create-Base. And then we're going to have right here above perks and benefits, we're going to have the 5 DAOs that people can submit projects to for the hackathon. And we're going to have hackathon information here as well. We're going to have a page on the website for the hackathon. So I'm going to add more information to this video eventually, but that's where a lot of these DAOs are going to live in terms of Create-Base having them live somewhere. Okay, so now the bread and butter of this presentation. This is specifically what council members are responsible for. Anything above this is just going above and beyond, and so thank you very much. Like for example, if you're in the Discord every day, answering people's questions about your bounty and sharing topics and ideas, that's wonderful. I listed all the Discords right here, and so feel free to pop in the Discords and answer all the questions you'd like. But that's not a responsibility of a council member specifically. So the responsibilities are checking the validity of the proposal in their DAO. So when you get these DAO proposals, some of them won't be all that valid. So we have some examples here where this is an example actually of one that did not go whatsoever with our DAO. So as an example, they wanted a 5 near payout, and they're saying they're going to use near on Mint-Based in Paris to mint their NFTs. They've invited artists. It's all great stuff. But when you go to our DAO and you go to the 3 different open bounties, we have showcase your store, bring a friend to the call, and live tweet the Create-Based event. So it depends on the purpose, but for the hackathon event, the goal is to have it be quite strict with how proposals are being input so that everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to do. So when you get a proposal, there should be a source on the Near forum. So if there's no link to the Near forum in the proposal, completely ignore it. If there is a link to the Near forum, you check the Near forum, you make sure for the ideation, for example, you just make sure it looks like not a bot that wrote it, like just a general ideation. We're gonna have a Create-Base, channel in the forum to make it very simple and very easy, or a hackathon channel in the forum. The first one has the proposer signed up for the hackathon. This as well, we're trying to make it very simple for council members to know whether something's legitimate or not. And so everyone who is a proposer, their near address will be here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a list of valid near addresses. So you can just Control F through a list. And if that near account is in that document or in that file, you'll know that this person is actually registered for the hackathon, and it is someone that you could vote yes to in the future. Aside from that, vote on a timely manner, please. You don't have to vote every day. You don't have to check this site every day. But as I showed, there is a way to get this on your Twitter page. On your Telegram. So you can vote through Telegram. You can check once every 24 hours. That would be great. We're going to have a 3-day vote period. So even if you can't check for a couple days or for a weekend, if there's 3 people in your council, or if there's even 2, votes that have 50-50 will pass after the end of the day. So for example, one of the tracks for NFT gaming, for example, we only have 2 people clarified so far for it. So if one of those 2 went on vacation and the other person was still voting, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. After the 3-day period, all the proposals will pass with only 1 vote. Also, if you don't know, like I said, just vote. If you don't know, don't vote. The expired votes will lose 1 bond, but they can be refunded. So yeah, I think that's incorrect actually. I think it's expired votes. Yeah, it's not incorrect. It just alludes to a wrong idea. But if you vote no, the bond is lost. The bond is actually transferred to the DAO. If you leave it alone and don't vote, I'm pretty sure you can just choose to refund them without those funds ever going to the DAO. Small little stipulation there, but not that big of a deal. As we said, no pressure at all to continue being a council member, and it's best if the council is small. So if you want, after the hackathon, to increase the number of your council, please feel free to do so, but understand that if you increase the number of your council, you're gonna have, you're gonna have other stipulations or other logistical issues about, getting votes in time and stuff like that. So that was pretty much the entire video of what council members are responsible for. I'm going to drop some links in the description of this video, like this slide presentation. We went through slides 8 to 11. I'm also going to add some links for, hopefully, if I can find it, how to add Create Base DAO on your Telegram. And I will add the Create Base Sputnik DAO page, which is eventually going to hold all the DAO bounties. So thank you so much to anyone who has reached out or who has accepted being on a DAO council. I'm very excited for this. It should be lots of fun. And if you ever have any questions, concerns, comments, you can leave them in this video description. You can reach out to me, Chloe at Near, Chloe the Dev at mintbase.io. So reach out to me, get in touch with me, and we'll get this sorted. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.